This week on Cartoon Dumpster Dive, we cover Christopher the Christmas Tree, and we'll all learn why the star is on top of the tree. Joel, why is the star on top of a Christmas tree?
Because it represents the star that the wise men followed for the birth of Jesus.
No, for the birth of Christ. They make it a point
Christ.
to not say Jesus. They say Christ.
Yeah,
And
they
it's-
do say, yep.
It's a pivotal plot point. in this
It
movie.
is.
In this 30-minute movie,
I don't even think it's 30. It's more like 20-something minutes.
It's like 23. So it's 30 if you conclude the commercial. Because this is
There
1993.
you go.
So
If you were, it is a.
if you were
very-
watching this in the 90s.
I don't even know if you could call it a movie with its runtime. It really just feels like an episode.
Yeah, it's just a single season episode. I Google, and try to search up like, okay, what are we going to watch? I didn't look at the runtime of this. We could have probably done a double feature if I had thought about it. But, this, here's another thing. This is another country ass Christmas animated movie. This is the third one we've done where it's like, hey there, Christopher, the Christmas tree, he wanted to be tree boot doo doo.
He wanted to be cut down.
He wanted to be murdered.
Where were you finding these? Because it is weird. Like, I was just like, we're doing another country one, Andrew? What's going on? Getting back to your roots.
What's even stranger is I Googled, because I was like, I know it's about a Christmas tree. So I put in animated movies about Christmas trees, about that are specifically about the Christmas tree. And there are several animated movies that are about a tree that is alive. I don't know what their plot points are. I assume it's the same thing. They all want to be a Christmas tree or not be a Christmas tree. Those are the two things that a Christmas tree story could be. It's either I desperately want to be a Christmas tree, or these crazy fucking people are going to murder my own family and decorate my corpse.
Help me! I'm being chopped down.
It'd be like, maybe some CGI Pixar bullshit where it's like, we're gonna save the trees.
Woo woo.
But so this doesn't. Well, it kind of does have a theme song.
Christopher the Christmas tree. Something
he
like
was
that.
Small and not furry. But this is, I guess, kind of a musical. It has music in it.
It definitely has music in it, but I honestly, this whole movie, it kind of made my brain hurt because it is going at a blistering pace.
It is going at breakneck speed. It can't even tell all the stories that there are 3 plot points in this whole thing.
I looked away for like 1 minute and I came back and I was just like, have I just been transported and teleported to a completely different movie?
Absolutely.
Where are all these characters coming from?
They're introduced, and some of them you never see again, or some of them just randomly show up at the end of the movie.
It is wild.
But what would you rate? What is it? I think it's 3 songs. There's one about Christopher. There's one about Christopher wanting to be a tree. And then there's one about Hootsie, the mute owl. Well, he's not mute. He just can't talk or fly.
2?
2? Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's definitely 2.
it's music, you know. It's definitely
they
music.
They do play notes. You have to give them.
Yeah.
You know what's even crazier? This is how I know that like this movie is just so crunched for time. There are several times where a song is going and the narrator has to narrate over it, but they're
Speak
like
over
pivotal plot point songs to learn about the character. And I'm like, they didn't give this movie enough room to breathe, or they
No.
didn't want to. I don't think more time would have saved it. I'm just saying it would benefit because of so much it's trying to do.
Dude, doing the research for this thing, it was very tough to
I
find
assume.
any information, but I'm still so confused on why this was ever made.
Right.
Still confused on why the guy who created it, why he created it. Like, and the thing that really threw me for a loop, at the end of the movie, it says, "For Rosalind." Who the hell is Rosalind? I could not find any information on that. It's not the guy's wife or kids. None of that. So I'm
So how did this get made? Like, what are our motivations for Christopher's Christmas tree?
So what I can find, all of this was created by George T. Bowers.
Okay.
Okay? So apparently this man created the idea of Christopher the Christmas Tree when he was touring with Fred Warning and his barbershop quartet back in the day. So we're talking like 40s?
40s? I was going
50s?
to guess 30s. But 40s, 50s, I could see a barbershop
Yeah.
quartet.
Late 30s, early 40s, okay?
Okay.
Was touring with them, wrote music while he was touring, came up with this idea, and in the 90s, so you're talking about he had the idea of Christopher the Christmas Tree for like 40, 50 years at this point, and finally was able to convince a studio in the 90s to turn it into an animated film. I
get why they did, because everybody wants to have. So this is Fox. So Fox is who premiered it.
Fox premiered it.
Everybody wants their Rudolph, right? So
Yep.
they're like, we got it. We got Christopher
This is it.
the Christmas tree.
This is it.
This is our
how-
Rudolph killer.
Move away, Rudolph. They're going to be singing about Christopher the
Rudolph,
Christmas tree.
who? It's just like there's one
No
family
one-
where it's like, you get that fucking freak out of my house. This is a Christopher the Christmas tree house. This is
So-
a God-fearing Christopher the Christmas tree house. That's why we put a
represents
star on the tree, because it represents the star that guided the three wise men to Christ, our Lord.
All right. So the little that I could find for like Bowers, Christopher, what God, I can't remember his name now.
George T. Bowers.
Yep. So I found this on like his obituary. Okay.
Oh, he died.
Oh yeah, yeah. Man died at 76 in like early 2000s. So he was born November 11th, 1938
Okay.
on the Bowers Tree Farm.
Okay. Some dots are connecting here.
Right.
He
So
grew up. He had a friend. He made friends with Christopher the Christmas. He met him. That's why he had to tell his story.
His best friend growing up was just a tree.
Oh. You're my only friend, Christopher.
So him growing up on a tree farm, I guess, just inherently made him love Christmas.
Okay, that's fair.
I
guess.
Mainly because on the obituary, it actually says that in light of the fact that George loved children and Christmas, in lieu of flowers, to please donate to the Shop with a Cop in Salem, Indiana, in his memory.
Okay.
So, but that's really it. Like, that's all I could find about this.
Loving Christmas is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that obituary, just to be clear. It's like if they just left it at he loved children. I'm like, wait a minute, how?
Well, like he still owned the Christmas tree form of the tree farm.
Okay.
When he died. So like he kept the family business going.
You know what? That's pretty impressive. A barbershop quartet guy who just owns a Christmas tree farm somehow got a 23-minute animated feature about a Christmas tree, about his best friend Christopher from his childhood.
Best thing. Now, his goal, which this kind of explains the ending of the movie, was to get one of the White House Christmas trees named Christopher. He got close. He got very close when our good old boy Dick Nixon was in the White House.
Nixon.
So that goes how far back.
Our good old boy Richard Nixon. I just realized what you just said.
Oh, Dick Nixon, you mean?
Oh yeah, old Tricky Dick.
But yeah,
there's a reference for everybody who's like 60 who happens to listen to this show.
Apparently Richard Nixon was considering naming their Christmas tree Christopher because of George.
Oh, because okay. This is the first I'm ever hearing that the White House Christmas tree is named.
I had no idea.
Been a thing?
I'm assuming so because it was this man's mission to do it.
What did Trump name his Christmas tree? Trump.
It's gonna be the most beautiful name ever.
The
big, beautiful Christmas tree.
Hold on. Most beautiful Christmas tree. What is Donald Trump's Christmas tree name? Okay. President Trump's Christmas tree don't have individual names, but are known by their type. Oh, he didn't even name them.
I wonder if that's a tradition they've stopped doing.
We still pardon a turkey.
Why? Just so that one turkey can tell the other turkeys, like, oh
Dude,
my God, they're eating us.
It's got to be all for show. They pardon that turkey and then immediately send it back to the farm. Which one did we pardon again?
You know, that turkey immediately gets killed cooked
it's immediately axed. Yeah, that illusion I have no problem with. Okay, well, Commander-in-Chief Trump didn't name his Christmas tree. I mean, you know, opinions of him aside, I will just say that's pretty on brand for him.
Yep.
But okay. So
let's talk about the Tree of America.
This is the Make Christmas Great Again tree. It's the biggest tree. Sleepy Joe Biden. His tree was small. My tree is huge. You've never seen a more beautiful tree. Yeah, I've learned that both of us can't do a Trump impression.
Yours is a little better, but yes. But go ahead, Andrew. Hit us with the voice actors.
So nobody has really a credited part except for the narrator. So I'm just going to name a couple of people that were in it, and then just know that outside of the narrator, everyone else was just voice. So we have Bill Ritter is the narrator. Lanny Marl is voice. Kyle Labine, voice. Tony Dakota, voice. Chuck Glasser, voice. George Bowers, voice. And yeah, that's just to name a few. There's only
George.
George was in this movie.
Also did all the music for that.
Okay.
That was him singing all of those songs.
I mean, as far as like country Christmas, they're not. I'm only being nice because I learned he's dead, which should not be that big of a surprise for me.
No.
But for their other works, we have Bill Ritter. He's an actor on the TV show The Beachcombers.
Okay.
It was in the 70s. I don't know. Leland Marl is additional voices in Captain N and the Game Master.
Ooh.
Kyle Laban is Freeberg in Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay.
I watched Freddy vs. Jason. I don't remember a Freeberg. Anyway, Tony Dakota is Georgie Denborough in the original 1990s It. Chuck Glasser. He was the Glasser Trio member in The Country Boy. Some movie from 1966. And finally, George Bauer's only credit is being an actor in Christopher the Christmas Tree.
He had one job.
He had one job. You know what? Let's try to run for president on the platform that we're going to name our Christmas tree Christopher.
Let's do it. That will be it. People will be like, what are you going to do about inflation? How are you going to stop the wars? We don't give
every answer is going to be,
that.
I'm going to name our nation's Christmas tree Christopher. I feel like that'll solve.
It all starts with naming our next Christmas tree Christopher.
And it'll be either or. Like, whoever gets the nomination, they can be president and I'll be vice president. But, like, that's it. That's all we got to do.
And then the tree after that, Christopher.
Yeah. Every tree in my term will be named Christopher. And I'm not going to pardon any turkeys. Because birds are rapists. Most of them. So, yeah, let me see if we can break down this movie as the best we can. So the first thing we learn is that the star on top of a Christmas tree is to represent... I want to say it as many times as possible because I feel like they mention it a lot in the movie.
They did.
So the star on top of a Christmas tree is what led the three wise men to the birth of Christ.
Yep.
And this is when we are introduced to a field of Christmas trees out in the wilderness. And there's a bunch of other Christmas trees. I don't remember their names. They are very unimportant.
All start with C, though.
Yeah, it's like, and then we have little Christopher as a little kid. And he's upset that he's not getting picked to be a Christmas tree. And it's just like, well, yeah, you're like 2 feet tall.
A sapling. Yeah, you're a sapling.
You're a sapling. You're not ready. You're literally not mature enough to be a Christmas tree.
But he watches.
That doesn't stop his parental figures, I guess. I don't know. But they're like, you fucking suck. You're never going to be a Christmas tree.
Poor little Christopher.
And then they all get killed.
Axed.
They don't get killed at first. It's like a chicken with your head cut off type situation. Like, you're just alive enough to die on Christmas Day.
But they are thrilled. Like,
yeah, they are thrilled that this is happening. They're like, ha ha, Christopher doesn't get to die.
That's all they care about. They're like, I want to be a Christmas tree. Yeah, I want to be adorned with decorations.
And then Christopher sings a song about how he's sad. And then we fast forward to where Christopher now is too big to be a Christmas tree again in an empty forest. So he's just been passed over for years because he's too big.
Yep.
And do we meet Hootie at this point? Hootie. Yeah, Hootie. Yep. Yeah, it is Hootie.
Hootie. Hey, Hootie, where's your blowfish at?
Hey, now that's not my name. That's just the name of the man. And then, so Hootie can't talk. He gets hurt. Oh, yeah, because the other animals are just like 90s bullies to him.
He's the dumbest owl out there.
They're like, they basically called him like a slur for the mentally challenged. Not really, but that's what they were getting at. Yeah. And they were like, you suck. And they threw snowballs at him, and he got lost, and then he got found by a little boy, right?
Yeah, like in the song, and that's what is crazy. Is like the songs kind of give you the backstory of the characters.
Yeah.
Did I hear that they said all of this, like all of Hootie's terrible things were because he had bad eyesight?
Yes, that's right. He had bad eyes, so he couldn't talk, and he could only say hoot.
Couldn't fly either.
Yeah, he couldn't fly. Yeah. Very weird. You know what? This is this, Annabelle's Wish also had a flightless owl.
Yep.
What do you know?
But yeah, then he then finds the boy.
The boy. And they take him in for the night. The dad is like, we take him in, and then the son asks, Dad, why do we put a star on top of a Christmas tree?
Well, son.
And he goes, well, son,
my
dad told me this when I went out and got my first Christmas tree. And of course, as we all know, the star on the Christmas tree is so the three wise men could find the birth of Christ.
It
represents this. And the boy was like, is it a star that you can wish on? And the dad's like, sure, why not? Why not? He's clearly annoyed now.
Yeah.
He's a log cabin dad. They get annoyed with their kids rather quickly. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. He goes, well, I want to wish to be president so I can save the forest. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is going to come back.
Yep. Some way, somehow
we're gonna circle back to a little boy who wants to be president to protect the forest. Meanwhile, we just saw an entire forest get chopped down. So we have established the prelude to the plot. So now Christopher has a bunch of animal friends. They're like, he's like, I'm big as hell. Y'all can live in me. I'm never getting chopped down.
Come on, man.
And then there's a fox and a skunk. They're like, you're fucking too big. You're going to catch on fire. If they ever chop you down, they're going to turn you into toothpicks. He goes, I don't want to be toothpicks. I want to be a Christmas tree. And it's like, and the fox is like, well, you suck. And then he lights them on fire. Just cause he goes,
just to be a bully.
Yeah, which wild move for a bully to just light him on fire. And go,
take this,
and then leaves. And so, Christopher's able to put himself out because he's a sentient tree, and then Hootie's flipping out, and he's like, "It's okay, Hootie, it's okay. I'll always be here to be your home." And because this is a 23-minute movie, literally after he finishes that sentence, a guy comes in. Some nameless man, I don't even think they drew him eyes, comes in, chops his ass down. He goes, no, please don't chop me down. I'm a home now. And he goes, I don't want to be matches or toothpicks. And then Hootie tries to save him, but he's like, you can't move me, Hootie. You're too small. Something happens to where Hootie learns how to talk. Do you remember what that was?
He learned to fly, and that gave him the ability to talk.
Vision was not repaired?
I guess not. I guess it wasn't the vision, even though the song...
even though the song
said it was.
He can't see worth a fuck, that's why he can't fly.
But apparently it was flight was holding him back this whole time.
But he's just like, oh my God, Christopher,
I can talk, Christopher.
I'll try to save you. We learned that Christopher was chosen to be the tree in front of the White House, the presidential tree.
No.
And the president says, what does he say? His exact quote is very strange, but he says, we put a star on top of the tree to represent the three wise men trying to find baby Christ. And I will name this tree Christopher because it also has Christ in it.
That's it.
It doesn't, though. I mean, if you take some letters out, I guess. But
no,
Christopher
Christopher does have Christ in it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have. It has the letters to spell Christ, but it doesn't. It's not Christopher.
No, it's just how we pronounce it.
It's Christopher. It's still not. It's Christopher.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. But and then that little boy shows up again to be like, Hootie, it's you. I was like, I thought the little boy would be president. Nope.
Yeah.
This all happens within the span of a day.
The little boy gets to put the stall on top of the tree, and then the animals also are talking to Christopher, and they're like,
they still get to live at him at the White House.
But they're like, Christopher, what's going to happen to you after this?
Yeah, Hootie's real sad because he's like, isn't this your first and last Christmas? He goes, yes, but this is
Take
what I
my
want.
pine cones.
This is my sacrifice to Christmas. So it's like an allegory for Jesus, kind of.
He says, take my pine cones, plant them into the forest.
So there will always
his offsprings can.
So there will always be a Christopher the Christmas tree.
And then it ends.
Hootie, and then it ends. And then I guess. Do you think it's an instantaneous death, or does he just wilt away over time?
I think
is it
he
like
goes
a
away.
Real crucifixion where it's technically torture?
No, I think he goes the way of all Christmas trees. The moment after Christmas, they just throw him into a chipper.
Oh, that's rough. I don't want to see
rough.
that alternate. There is an alternate ending to Christopher the Christmas Tree.
What's that, Andrew?
I mean, the only difference is in the international cut of this movie. This movie has an international release.
Crazy.
He's in front of the UN
instead of the White House.
Instead of the White House. I don't know why anyone would think that other countries wouldn't go, oh yeah, the president of the United States would have a Christmas tree. But
do they put a Christmas tree in front of the UN? I mean,
do you think this was a little too heavy on put the Christ in Christmas type movie?
I mean, me personally, no. I mean, it's just, it was heavy.
Like
it's very heavy-handed about, like, Christ and the religion aspect. Yeah. But I mean, maybe it was created by a dude born in 1938.
I guess I don't mean it as like how some Christians are like, let's put a combative put the Christ in Christmas, but it's like, hey, he is the reason for the season, as some people would say.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I don't think it was heavy-handed. Did you think it was heavy-handed?
I feel like if they had just mentioned why the star was important one time, it would have been, I would have felt a little less heavy-handed about it. But they mention it so much that
every
it's
chance
like,
they got.
I do think it's a little heavy-handed on Christ on the fact that they could have just done that one time and we would have been good.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not faulting it for it. It's just an observation, I guess I would say.
No,
I don't care if a Christmas movie talks about Jesus. I probably wouldn't pick it if it did, but
it happened so much that you knew, like, okay, this was made for Christians.
It's like, I got it.
Yeah. This movie was made by Christians for Christians.
Yeah.
Righto, got it.
So, I guess we can go. I will be astonished by the way, if you have any. But let's move on to your new reoccurring segment, reviews that have gifts under the tree, and reviews that are left alone this Christmas.
Ah, yes, Andrew. So no reviews on IMDb. It is sitting at a 6.4 out of 10.
Gracious.
179 ratings.
Still not the least amount of ratings we've had, because we covered something that had like 52.
So I did find some reviews on the website Letterboxd. These are not like a rating kind of review. It's just freeform. People just put their reviews on there. My favorite review I saw on here was a guy said that he says telling my kids that this is what my parents named me after. Just like Christopher, I too will kill myself for what I believe in.
I mean, he does do that. He literally he's been begging to die his whole life, which is a wild thing to want. What do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, if I had it my way, I wouldn't grow up at all. But I can't kill myself. Them's the breaks.
I wanna serve one singular purpose and then
like another thing.
Off.
I'm thinking of so many better ways for this movie to go. Like one thing that I would say, what if the animals decorate him with like nature shit? And they're like, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Like
I did too.
I thought you're our Christmas tree, Christopher. We'll celebrate with you forever.
I thought that's what they was going to do. I thought the animals were going to get together and be like, Christopher, we'll decorate you. And everybody lives happily ever after. Not, I'm now a Christmas tree. Here's my pine cones.
Yeah. What was the other? Another one was, the forest, maybe it's in danger of being like just fucking annihilated, and then that little boy grew up to be Jimmy Carter or some shit, some nature focused president we had, and he's like, I'm signing a bill that this is a national park, so nobody can take Christmas trees anymore. And you're like, that's how we got Yellowstone. I don't know. He's just like, nah, I totally want to die, but only as a Christmas tree.
That's it. No other way. Yeah, like he seemed, and that's what, maybe it's less painful to die as a Christmas tree.
I guess.
Because he was scared out of his mind when he thought he was going to die becoming like firewood or whatever it was.
Maybe it's because over time you lose your tree life. But like maybe as a firewood you don't, and you're like you're still so you have to feel being burnt alive every time. Maybe. Speaking of which, did I ever tell you how I got in real big trouble when I was a kid for setting my Christmas tree on fire? It's not as bad as you think, but it's still pretty hilarious.
Was you cold, Andrew?
No. So I lived out kind of in the country when we moved here. Not super out, but like out of the way. We had a lot of land, and we had to pick up the branches, put them in the pile, and then we'd do a burn pile every so often. Anyway, it's after Christmas, and my mom's like, start burning wood, start getting rid of, start working on the burn pile. And she's like, also get rid of the Christmas tree. And I was like, and she was like, chop it up and then put it in the burn pile.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I'm lazy because I want to go back in and play video games.
Who's going to chop it up?
I'm like, I bet you if I get the fire going, I can just stick it in there and it'll go. First of all, pine trees, your typical choice for Christmas tree, they are very dry when they are dead. You know what else is super flammable? The fake ass snow we put on that thing that year.
That thing probably went up like a tinderbox.
When I tell you this thing engulfed itself in flames and looked like a hellfire Christmas tree, I am not exaggerating in the slightest. I mean, this thing went the fuck up. It was like not on fire, fire. From the bottom to the top. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And what's even worse is some of the branches started falling also on fire on the grass, which was dry, which was catching the grass on fire. So my dumbass runs to the hose and like a fucking 1940s cartoon starts trying to fill up a bucket of water one at a time and run there and stop. I could have just stomped it out because it wasn't that bad yet, but I'm like panicking and an idiot teenager. And like my mom is mowing the front yard. This is happening in the backyard of absolute chaos. And my mom finally turns the loop and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, I didn't know it'd go off like that.
I didn't know, I promise.
She wasn't mad at me, so to speak. She was glad that I was okay. And she was like, you should have just got me and we would have worked together to put it out. But she brought that up a few times before she passed. But God, she was like, you remember when you lit that Christmas tree on fire and almost burnt down our entire street? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is free on Tubi, but this wraps up Christopher the Christmas Tree, I think.
Go watch it.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean,
it's get high and watch it, actually. That would be
nice.
It might slow down enough to make sense. Let me know. Email the show.
You'll probably pick up on things we did not.
There's a lot of nuance if you do drugs and watch Christopher. Well, anything else?
Nope, I ain't got nothing, Andrew.
Well, let's put a star on this tree and find our Lord and Savior
Let
Christ.
the wise men find us?
Yeah, let the wise men know. Let's let the wise men and women know where to go to support our show.
Nice.
That's patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have a $5 tier that gets you bonus episodes, stickers and pins mailed to your door, extended audio episodes, access to our Discord, which gets you access to our mega requests, where your request goes to the top of the list. If you'd like to send a regular request, you can go to cartoondumpsterdive.com. And while you're there, check out our store. We are Cartoon DD on Twitter. We are Cartoon Dumpster Dive everywhere else. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. Or don't. I don't care. And if you're listening, I do care though, if you're listening to this on another podcasting platform, to leave a 5-star review and tell us, have a Merry Christmas. See you next week.
See you.